when it comes to the ester side of things, and maybe this is an oversimplified example, but I was taught that the supermajority of ester formation happens during the growth phase of the yeast life cycle. Is that the case? And is that why sometimes people will have, like, sometimes maybe they refer to it as a modified Narcissus fermentation, where they will pitch cold for a lager, aim for it for growth to happen at the colder temperature, but then slowly ramp that as yeast proceeds through fermentation?
Yep, and that's true. There's studies track flavor formation over time, and we've done a bit of that ourselves too. Ester formation is a byproduct largely of the growth metabolism. You have fatty acid esters that are mostly the product of the yeast breaking down amino acids and making fats, making cell membranes, etc., making cells. And likewise, the acetate esters, those, banana, bubblegum, etc., kind of a byproduct of central sugar metabolism of the yeast. So those do tend to be produced pretty early on in the process, whereas something like phenols might actually be sustained over time because the yeast will just break it down when it needs to do that reaction for energy. So esters, I would agree. Yeah, totally. If you want to suppress esters, start cold and raise it up.
Sure. No, that makes sense. I'm glad, because you always try to check yourself as you're like, all right, so I've been thinking this thought for a very long time. And sometimes it dawns on you. It's like, well, wait, have I been right the whole time about this? Or so no, that's cool. I've been very excited to have this conversation with you.